Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. So the XRP spikes in whales utility while the price consolidates for the next move. Now, do as they do, not as they say. That is probably one of my most common sayings, in this space. Now, the whales spiking in activity is a great signal for what is to come. Now, as per Whales stats data, Whales utility of XRP has increased as XRP ranks among the most used smart contracts by the 1,000 biggest BSC whales over the last 24 hours. Simply defined, a whale is someone who owns a chunk of cryptocurrencies or is otherwise a large holder. So, people that have large holdings, it's one of the most used smart contracts by the top 1,000 biggest. Now, why is it important? Well, unless these whales start to come in, then we're not going to see the price increases that we want. And always, I smile and cringe at the same time when I look at the $10,000 per XRP token comments and all these other comments that come in, flip the switch overnight, blah blah blah. When the moon and the sun on this date and all those things that occur within the XRP community. But you got to understand that the price is going to increase if we get huge amounts of money flowing to XRP, and that comes from the whales. So when I see this type of activity, I get excited because we're going in the right direction. And that direction is that even under an SEC case, even with a tiny win for the SEC yesterday, we're still seeing huge movements occur in favor of Ripple, in favor of XRP. That in itself is very, very exciting. Now we've seen, tiny price increases today. We haven't seen that much, but we're talking about 83 cents at the moment, 0.25% down for XRP. But we saw Bitcoin as high as 44.2. Now, at the moment, where we're at with the market and where we're going, I would really like to see Bitcoin at above 45,000 to really claim and rock solid this particular next phase up. While right now we're still in, I guess, the potential of the prices going down a little bit more. So that's what I mean about patience, because patience is really, really important. But the whales are in our favor. Now, XRP shows greater resilience even as court grants SEC's request for extension of time in legal battle with Ripple. That's what we're talking about, right? So, the news that came out yesterday, judge rules in SEC's favor for an extension. However, the market didn't really seem to care too much. Again, a strong sign of how confident people are starting to become in Ripple winning. Now, for those of you that perhaps maybe you've just started to research about Ripple, about XRP, a friend of a friend told you, hey, I'm in cryptocurrency and, I want to know, you should look into XRP. There are some really good articles out there, like the one that just got published by beinCrypto.com. It's pretty good, right? So just to give you a taste, just to give you a little bit of an insight into what XRP is, how it works, what is it, how does it work, the advantages and disadvantages, the Ripple centralization concerns and how debunking them, the transactions per speed, volatility, the SEC and XRP. So these are good articles to start to get a taste, but by all means it's not enough, right? The XRP blockchain, XRPL, all the grants, the NFTs, the on-demand liquidity, there's a lot of research for you to do. It's not just as simple as reading that article. That's where a lot of people go wrong. They look at the price, they look at one article, and they're like, what would I get into this thing? I don't really get it. It takes hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. And if it is your first time listening to the Crypto Serpent, welcome, right? Much, much, much appreciated. Thank you all so very much for being here with me. Now, Binance CEO laying the pieces for an epic crypto revolution. Now, we know, if you've been following the trends of where cryptocurrency is going, we know it's the future. We know that the future can be disruptive, and that in itself causes a lot of concerns. But the CEO of Binance, talks about where we're going, and Brazil is very much on the pro crypto side, right? They're doing some really, really cool things out there, and it's just exciting to see where we're going, right? I think when we look back at the market in 2 years' time, there's going to be a lot of people kicking themselves that they didn't take the chance with the mass adoption of what is occurring right now. It's literally like the 90s boom. Literally. It's literally like that. Now, $500 billion have come into the market, and we've just about to tip over into the $2 trillion total market cap. And that in itself is exciting. But like I said, I would like to see Bitcoin at 45 to really confirm this next leg up, because there is still possibilities of a pullback before we really go off and go strong into the bullish side, which we will. But like I said, right now there's still a little tiny potential of a pullback, and I just want you guys to be prepared for that. Now, SEC versus Ripple is really the only thing in the way of an XRP bullish run. That's from FX Open Executive. XRP will be here, and that type of framework will continue to grow exponentially, whereas the traditional systems, including that on which the SEC has based its entire existence, will continue to be overshadowed by it. I love that, right? It's very simple, very direct, and it just makes sense. It just makes sense. The systems that we have today will become obsolete. But what Ripple and XRP got, they ain't going obsolete anytime soon. We have to acknowledge that. And so SEC versus Ripple, that's the only thing standing in the way of XRP having an enormous year. So while the price is suppressed, it's good opportunities. Like we wouldn't have the opportunity to buy if it wasn't for this particular case. So kind of like a silver lining. We don't want the case against Ripple to be here, but because of it, we get to buy more. Double-edged sword. Now, we know that the SEC's request for a deadline extension has been granted. Like I said, don't care. Typical SEC. But something that's really interesting is that Warren Davidson, which is, part of, in America, he was talking about, the centralization of XRP. Now, for me, what I find really interesting about politicians is that if you haven't got all your facts straight, you kind of don't want to tweet, because the community went crazy over him, right? So Ripple owns XRP, which is a decentralized asset on the XRPL. They can use their XRP however they want, just like I can use my XRP however I want. Now, new XRP was created. Ripple has no control over XRP. These are the simple concepts, right? This is not centralized service. It's decentralized. And the myth about it being centralized is crazy. Seems to me transparency is likely being criticized here, but considering XRP is not a POS protocol, Ripple owning so much doesn't grant it more control over the network. There are approximately 120 validators on the XRPL. Ripple runs 4, approximately 3%. Again, it just comes back down to education, understanding what you hold. 120 validators, Ripple only runs 4 of them. That's what we're talking about here. Now, BTC and ETH have represented 60 to 70% of the total market cap. People wouldn't complain if 60-70% of the efforts was promoting and protecting those two tokens. But XRP was number 3 when sued. And if the SEC wins, it will use the result versus other tokens. It's true. It's very true. We don't want, for the whole of crypto, they can't win. Now, I get excited when I see this, because we have broken out. Clearly. It might be a little pullback, to 74, like I was saying, but we have broken out. And that's really, really, really exciting. So the fact that we've broken out, consolidated above it, we are beginning the next phase. And that in itself is super, super exciting. Now, where can we go? You've so often seen me show signs of, 2017, 2018 bull run. Well, by my calculations, and again, this is a simulation, it's not a financial advisor, I'm not a financial advisor, but if we were to repeat what occurred in the past, plus have the legal clarity, you'd be talking about a $63 $63 XRP token. And I know that sounds crazy, but is it? Right, the bull run that it had during 2017, 2018 bull run, it was based on hype, right? The markets, the crypto markets weren't as good as what they are today. Now with on-demand liquidity, legal clarity, and all the things that Ripple are about to do, yeah, to me, it's not that crazy. And then, obviously have a consolidation phase before we begin to move towards the triple digits. But right now, the most important thing is that we have broken out. We're consolidated above it, and we're just about to begin to get ready to move to the next. Now, again, 74 cents could be around the corner if we do dip, but that's about it. If we stay above 67, we're clear of this green line, and we're good to go. But I don't believe anyone is ready for what is about to arrive. It's going to be awesome to be with you every single step of the way, because whichever way I'm looking at this, we're in for a brilliant 2022. Now, if you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.